In today's video, I'll be talking about New Zealand. So remember last year, I made a video talking about the newly launched New Zealand visa, which are the straight to resident, work to resident, and highly paid. If you've not seen that video, I'll link it up below so you can go watch it. So the work to resident is already open for those who are interested, and the straight to resident will be open this year for new applicants. So it's similar to the Canada PR. That means you just be applying resident permit straight to resident in New Zealand. So this is what I'll be discussing in details, what you need to know, how to go about it, how to start your application. This visa will open for new applicants on the 29th of May 2023. So it's finally open next month for you guys to apply. Hey lovelies, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Faith Ojone, and on this channel I talk about ways you can travel abroad and settle abroad. I share resources on how you can get started, and I share latest updates concerning the UK, how you can settle in the UK, and everything about the UK. Also, I share stories on this channel. So if this is the kind of content you like, this is what interests you, do hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you do not miss any of my video. Without saying so much, let's get started. Today's video is proudly sponsored by Lemonade Finance. Okay, so this is an app that I use every time I send money back home, and it's the same app my husband and all my friends. I've literally introduced the app to everyone around me that want to send money back home. As many of you may already know, Lemonade Finance allows Africans living in diaspora like the UK, Canada, the US to send money to 10 different African countries, which includes Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Benin Republic, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda. So I've been using Lemonade Finance app for a couple of months now, and I can guarantee that it is fast, easy, and completely free when it comes to sending money to my family back home in Nigeria. If you don't already know about Lemonade Finance, or you don't have the app on your phone, well, good news, because you can download the app using my referral link, which I'm going to leave in the description box below. And if you download the app using my referral link, you get £10 cash back on your first transaction above £100. You can also type in my name as the code as FAITH if you have already downloaded the app directly from the App Store. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link in my description box below and download the app so you can enjoy £10 cash back. Thank you, Lemonade Finance, for sponsoring today's video. Before I share in details the good news and how you can go about your visa application, I would like to talk about the visa individually, benefits, how to go about it. That's for those who have not heard about this visa before. So I'll start with the work to resident visa. This is a visa type that allows you to work in New Zealand for a specific period of time with the opportunity to become a permanent resident. The duration of this visa is usually 2 years, and during this time you need to work for the same employer who sponsored your visa to New Zealand. So to be eligible for the work to resident visa, you must meet certain requirements, such as having a job from a sponsored New Zealand licensed employer, meeting the health and character requirements, and having the necessary skills and qualification for the job you applied for. You must also be under the age of 55 and have proof of English language. So the age limit is 55. So from 55 years below, those are the people eligible for the work to resident. So for the work to resident, you have to get a job. It's like skilled worker visa. But the benefit of this work to resident visa is that it allows you to work in New Zealand and gain valuable work experience. And it also gives you the opportunity to apply for residency after 2 years of working in the country, provided you meet the residency requirement. The work to resident visa New Zealand, just 2 years and you become a permanent resident. It's not like the UK that you have to spend 5 years on a skilled worker visa before you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. The New Zealand work to resident is 2 years and you get to apply for your permanent residency. So now let's talk about the straight to resident, which will be launching on the 29th of May 2023. So the straight to resident visa, on the other hand, is a type of visa that allows you to move to New Zealand Zealand permanently without the need to go through work visa routes first. This means that you can immediately apply for residency directly from your home country, or if you are on another visa, work visa within New Zealand, you can also apply for straight to resident, and it includes your partner and dependent children aged 24 and under in your residency application. So you can move with your family, unlike the UK where your dependent kids have to be 18 years old. For New Zealand, if your dependents are 24 years old and they don't have any children or are not married, you can move with them on this visa. For you to be eligible for the straight to resident visa, you must meet certain requirements, such as having a job offer from a New Zealand employer, meeting the health and character requirements, and having the necessary skills and qualification for the job you applied for. You must also be under the age of 55 and have proof of English language. So that's say you have to take IELTS, the New Zealand English proficiency exam. The good thing about the straight to resident is, unlike the Canada PR, where when you move to the country, that's when you now start looking for a job and all of that. This one, you are going as a permanent resident and also you're going with a job offer. So me, I sort of prefer that, you know, I already have a job when I'm moving to a new country and I'm going as a resident than going first, then start, you know, looking for jobs, struggling and all of that. I think it's quite easier having a job first while you're moving, so that you have means of income, you can support yourself, and at the end of the month you're getting your salary. This is why it is different from Canada PR, because for Canada you don't need to have a job, you can just apply, which takes forever. But New Zealand, once you have a job offer from an employer in New Zealand, you can just apply for your resident permit like straight from your home country, and it's open from the 29th of May. You can start making your application. So the benefit of the straight to resident visa is that it allows you to immediately apply for residency without having to go through the work visa routes. This means that you can settle in New Zealand permanently without having to worry about renewing your visa or finding a new employer. So if you go, even though you're going with a job, like you're not tied to your employer. This visa is open to new applicants from the 29th of May 2023. I'll leave the link to the information you need about this visa in the description box below. The New Zealand government explained in details that, I mean, every single information is there for you. Go read through it and see if you are eligible. 32 new health roles have been added to the green list, and all health roles on the green list will be moved to straight to resident pathway. So the roles span across the health system and are considered critical in the delivery of health services in New Zealand. So eligible people are encouraged to apply from the 29th of May 2023. They've added 32 new jobs. I mean, that's a lot of jobs. I will leave the link to the new green list and see if your current occupation is part of the critical occupation list. So it's just like UK shortage occupation list. New Zealand call it the green list, where they put roles that are in demand in New Zealand. For those who do not understand what the green list mean, let me explain it a little bit. So the New Zealand green list refers to a list of skilled occupations that are in demand in the country, and the occupations are considered critical in New Zealand. These occupations are given priority in the immigration process. Individuals who have the necessary qualifications and work experience in this occupation may be eligible for some certain visa category, like the work to resident, straight to resident. So the purpose of the green list is to help New Zealand attract and retain skilled workers who can contribute to the country's economic growth and development. So by prioritizing certain occupation, the New Zealand government can ensure that the country has a steady supply of skilled workers in the area that are in demand. So it's important for you to always check the green list regularly, because the New Zealand government always review the green list and, you know, update roles on the green list. Last year they added some roles, and again they made an announcement that they've added new 32 roles to the green list. I'll also leave the link to accredited employers in New Zealand. I mean, list of approved accredited employers. That means these employers can sponsor you to New Zealand. I mean, you don't really need sponsorship if you're applying for a straight to resident. All you need is a job offer from an accredited employer in New Zealand. I'm going to leave links to job boards in New Zealand where you can find jobs in New Zealand. New Zealand is currently dealing with labor shortage, and in this occupation. So I mean, go check out the green list and see if your current occupation is part of the green list. Guys, we have come to the end of this video. If this video was helpful, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, comment, and I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.